Today, I think we are going to go on an adventure. I remembered the perfect location for a photo that I've wanted to make for a little bit now. Let's go check it out, do some location scouting, and along the way, we can talk about some tips about finding locations and how to get the most out of location scouting trips so you don't feel like you're just wasting gas or time. So let's go. So obviously being prepared and comfortable are going to be huge factors in making any location scouting trip successful. At least for me, those are the things that at least turn me off the most. Is okay, great, I'm gonna be stuck in a car for hours with nothing to do. I'm just gonna be driving around. The last thing you want to be worrying about is running out of gas or not having enough snacks. So we're all loaded up with gas. We are good to go. Next on the list of things to do is to get some snacks. Now for me, it is always essential to bring a camera or two along on location scouting trips for several reasons. Because you'd like to take pictures of the location, but also you never know what you're gonna stumble across. You may find locations that really don't work for what you're looking for at the moment, but this is how you cut down on future scouting trips, is if you have your camera and you can take a picture of something cool that you see. I have an archive kept of all those random cool locations that I can look through, and maybe in the future they're gonna fit for a different concept, and I can go ahead and just, make either a specific quick trip back to that location to make sure it's still looking how it looked when I took the picture. And also, time of day is gonna play into everything, and you're gonna wanna make sure that the light is still right and everything works out. But now I don't have to go on this big ol' long trip to find a location because I already have a list of potential locations. And for snacks, I actually was gonna get some lunch because it's that time of day, but it's that time of day, so the lines are ridiculous. So I will be resorting to eating gas station food today for lunch. For something that was probably cooked a couple days ago, it's really not that bad. Got some goodies. So I figured it was on my way, so I would stop off because I've been meaning to stop by the Find Lab and pick up some film that I had ordered a bit ago. I got 5 rolls of Pro Image 100. I got 5 rolls of Portra 160 in 120. I got 3 rolls of Ektar. I think those are supposed to be Ektachrome. 10 sheets of Ektachrome. Crisis averted. Luckily, I checked before I left, but it was just a mistake. They were supposed to be Ektachrome. We got 3 rolls of Ektachrome. That's that, and I think this would be the part of the video where I would weasel my way into a sponsorship and mention how awesome it would be to listen to a book in audio form as you're doing all this driving to help pass the time and keep yourself entertained, but I don't have any sponsors. So I'm just gonna turn on a time lapse and we're gonna enjoy the experience in silence. So now this is a perfect example of what I was talking about. As I was driving, I noticed that everything in front of me was about to turn into cloud and fog. And then I looked back and I saw that gorgeous view behind me. So I got out, shot a time lapse. I have my Canon AE1 with the Helios 44 on it. Thought I'd take a few pictures, and now I have them in case I ever have an idea that would work really well here. I'll be able to remember that this location exists. Well, guys, would you look at that? Right there, I found it. So just for lighting's sake, I'm gonna turn around real quick. Also, so hopefully the cars aren't so loud that are on the freeway right there. I finally made it up here to Park City. I actually ended up spending about an hour or so on Main Street. There's a few photo galleries up there that I just wanted to spend some time checking out because I don't make it up here very often. So spent some time over there, and then I finally made it out over here, and it's perfect timing if I'm being honest, because the sun's probably about 30 minutes away from dropping behind the mountain and giving me a really cool view of this farm right here that I'd like to photograph. And it's given me a good rough idea. It's about 3 o'clock right now. When I come back here to actually make the photo, this is probably about the time that I'm gonna wanna be here because the sun is going to set and we're gonna get a really awesome image. So that's kind of the whole point of doing location scouts, to be there, to feel it out, to get an idea of what you want and when you would want to do it. And it's been kind of a whole day adventure, but honestly, it's paid off on this one. Sometimes it doesn't pay off. Sometimes it's a total bust, but I think today's a win. So I'm gonna get some quick B-roll right here, and then we'll wrap up this video for you. Today was laundry day, so I've been walking around in the snow in shorts all day. Well guys, that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I came up a little bit further up the street because all day it's been driving me nuts. I remembered that farm existed, but I couldn't quite remember how I knew that it existed or even exactly where it was. So a lot of the reason behind today's video was so that I could come up and get a very specific idea and make sure it even existed. When I finally got up here, it was like a smack across the face because I was just thinking about Sundance Film Festival and how much I miss it and how different things are gonna be this year with the virus and everything. And I realized couple blocks up the street here at the Temple Theater, that's how I knew, because every time I'd come up to the Sundance Film Festival, I'd hop on the bus over to the Temple Theater to watch a few movies, and I'd pass that farm every single time. And it had just ingrained itself in the back of my mind. So long story short, we found it. And I'm excited to come back up here soon and make a specific picture of that place. And I'm probably even gonna try and take a few of just Main Street and the Temple Theater just to capture and remember those memories of the festival. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I was able to give a few pointers. One last pointer obviously is the internet. You can always Google image or you can always Google Maps locations to get a rough idea, but in the end, it doesn't ever replace physically being here and seeing what kind of scenarios could be coming up or a hindrance to your photo. My last suggestion will be Facebook groups. I know not tons of people use Facebook anymore, but I'm a part of a ton of Facebook groups that are photography centered, and people are so willing to talk to you about locations. If you see a picture that you'd love to take something similar to, you know, always you can just reach out and talk to fellow photographers, because there's no reason to hide that kind of stuff. You know, you made an awesome image, someone else wants to try and make something like that. Be nice to each other, share that information. So thank you guys again for watching and following me on this film journey. Until next time, see you later.